look so skinny. Do I look skinnier? I've been eating cottage cheese for like days trying to get this clavicle back.
I love your clavicle. You look gorgeous.
I'm not pregnant, but people clearly think I am, which means that I'm fat.
No, absolutely not. Honestly, as we're getting older, and we've talked about this ourselves, it's just, you get into a certain lifestyle, a certain just, I don't know.
But I sit at a desk all day. Like, thank God I got a standing desk. And then, like, I tripped today over my platform shoe and, like, twisted my ankle. But seriously, like, this body does not bounce back like it used to. And it does not shed off the weight like it used to.
There's something that
Like
happens when you're talking about it. Like, 20, when does it turn? When does it happen? Is it 27?
27.
27.
For sure.
Yeah, I would say 26 is when, like, I kind of, like, 26 is when I had my first 2-day hangover. 27, that's it. Like,
it's all
I got married. That was it.
Yeah, that's the age. So for anyone who's 25, go hard the next 2 years, because there's something about 27.
Hard. Do it for us who can't anymore.
Yeah. 100%. Well, thank you so much for being on, girl. I'm so excited to chat with you today. I was telling Freddie, you are actually the very first guest we've ever had on the show to make their second appearance. Woo! So, welcome, Loren Brovarnik, girl. We're so happy to have you here. And it was literally or a little over a year ago. It was June 11th. I looked it up. So here we are, June 19th.
Kind of feels like we just did it. That's how fast it is.
But so much has happened. Like, tomorrow marks 1 year I'm a homeowner. What?
No way. I feel like you just stopped your condo yesterday.
Like, I am adulting hard. Wait, I get excited over appliances. I'm not allowed in Home Goods. I'm not allowed in there because I don't leave without, like, a million things. I'm like, oh my God, look at this lamp. What does it do to you? Alex is like, it turns a light on in a room. I'm like, but look at the decor. Like, what?
It feels so good as an adult coming home with a new piece for your house because you're nesting, you're making it feel good. And imagine having a baby and getting their nursery together and all of their clothes.
Well, the room that I'm currently sitting in is our storage room / guest room / Alexi's doghouse for now. So, I mean, it's very versatile. It comes in handy for many things. But one day, I am hoping in 2020, it will be a nursery because I already have a hashtag. So, like, I need to use it.
What's your hashtag?
Hashtag baby bros with a V. Like, instead of, if it's a boy, though, it could be hashtag baby bro. Like,
okay.
Cute.
Like, I haven't been thinking about this since I've been born or anything. But, you know,
it's funny because you're still my phone as Loren Goldstone, and you've been married.
You're gonna be Alyssa Tabbitt forever in my phone. Sorry, Freddie, not sorry. So, like,
I think she's gonna keep. I think we talked about having the hyphen. I think she might do Alyssa Tabbitt Smith.
Yeah.
You can afford that. If I did that, it would be Loren Goldstone Brovarnik, and it would not fit on any application. It would be like Loren Goldstone Brove.
It's short, two short names. Yeah.
I've got way too many syllables. Way too many.
So fun.
But that's exciting. You're gonna hyphenate your names? Stop it.
No, you're gonna have babies. I'm my name. We're grown-ups. This is what adulting is, right?
Oh my God. Speaking of adulting, I love your mom. She loves all my photos and I love her. And for plates, I die for them. I melt for them. I'm like, Val, send me one. Now that I'm a homeowner, I need decor. I love it. I'm so happy for her. And you're an auntie? Oh my gosh.
I am an auntie. Juliana she'll be a year in October. So it's been.
I feel like for everybody listening, like, really need to understand Alyssa Marie Tabbitt and I, we go so far back. So for everybody listening, I'm about to, like, just drop the mic and walk away with this. I met Alyssa in 9th grade in Mrs. McCrae's class because fourth grade. Listen to me, 9th grade, we were 9 years old. In 4th grade, 9 years old, and this girl comes walking in a children's place head to toe, shirt matching pantsuit, and it was blue leopard. And I was like, I am your soul sister. I literally went up to her, I was like, hi, I'm Loren. Let's be friends because of your outfit. And I'm not kidding. That's exactly what happened. Because there was another girl who was wearing a matching outfit to me, but it was in a different color. And this girl like just rocked these bell bottoms, and I was like, oh my God, future soul sister. And here we are. Wait, do you know how many years later?
Ooh, do the math, because that's not my specialty.
22.
22 years later.
That is wild. That's insane.
That's a lifetime.
You know what I saw today was at a gas station, they have a little like ticker by the credit card where you pay that says you have to be like, it was June 19th, 1998. You're old enough to buy nicotine and cigarettes out here is 21. But I was just thinking back in the day, just like the year 2000 is going to be like the year where people can go and buy alcohol. And we were like
oh my God. I remember celebrating 2000, like Y2K, don't touch your computers. Like, oh my God.
You're going to be 31 next week.
You're going to be 32 next month. So exactly a month from me.
About that, I'd be like, you're just turning this age, and you're like, yeah, but you're going to be the next year.
I had to fill out a survey, and I was in the next bracket. Like, you know how it has the age range from like 18 to 24, like 25 to 30, and I was like,
the struggle is real. I get it.
The struggle is so real. Seriously, you hit your 30s, and this body fat does not come off. You're exhausted by 8 o'clock.
I've been seeing you've been doing a lot of workouts in the gym. You share a lot of stuff on social media, which we both love following. Tell me, what are you loving in the gym right now? Like, what's your workout? What's your go-to thing that you love?
Pilates is life. Seriously, like, I'm a yogi. I love yoga, except I didn't feel like it wasn't challenging enough for me. And like, put me on a treadmill and I'll laugh in your face because I'll either trip or like, I'm just like running to nowhere. I just don't understand how people do it. Like, where are you going? There is a TV in front of you and you're going to run into the TV. I'm not a runner. It hurts my joints and my knees. And now I really sound old. But like, I love me some Pilates, and I have the most amazing instructor. I do like privates with like 2 other people. And she's amazing, but I've learned working out in the morning has helped me a lot. Like, I get up at 6 o'clock for a 7 a.m. class, and then I go, and on my way to work, I stop and shower at like the spa. I have a spa membership. Yes. The loveliness of being in your 30s. But I love Pilates. But I'm doing like high intensity training Pilates. So it's like a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a whole lot of amazingness. But my problem is my eating. I am such a bad eater. So like here I think like, oh, okay, I just crushed it in class today, dripping sweat and like, I can eat whatever I want. And let me tell you, those pounds go on way faster than they come off.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
I saw you eating healthy though. We looked at one of the Pillow Talk episodes. You were eating.
I'm trying.
Like, is that celery? You eating celery? See, that's good.
Yeah, it is because Alex will not let me get a juicer because they're expensive and I'll use it once. This is very true. I'm like, I need a juicer. I need a KitchenAid mixer. He's like, you don't even know what those are for. I was like, they're for display. He's like, not exactly. So I'm like, well, you know what they're for? He's like, yeah, they're for cooking. So like, we're just not getting that. But I want a juicer, but that's just going to be a waste of money for us. So I have been nibbling on celery and also carrots. And I've been eating more fruit. We're going to Israel in a month and a half, and I want to be like, boom, boom, boom. Hey, like 31, she still got it, you know?
Hell yeah, girl. And you do.
Because I'm actually the oldest of the girls there. Like, out of his group of friends,
really?
I'm the oldest, and they all have kids. And, like, their bodies are banging post-kids, and I'm like, look at this chin. So I got to get rid of it, you know?
Alex, 30? 31?
Yes. I'm a month and 10 days older than him, and he never lets me forget it.
Dude,
so like next week.
I'm a couple months older than him. And
so like your cougars. But who's counting?
No.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 9 months.
Math was never your strong
Yeah.
suit.
Yeah, I'm all English, all words.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 9 months.
Look at you. That's so like millennial or Gen Z of you to marry someone older. Good for you, Freddie. Good for you.
I'm just crushing it. Yeah, I'm just crushing it,
That sugar mama.
Yeah.
Girl, you know.
I can't
Worked
believe you
out.
guys are engaged. Congratulations.
Thank you, honey.
Thank
Oh
you,
my God. I mean,
you.
it's about time, but like seriously, I'm so happy for you. And I definitely speak for everybody listening. And we're so excited for you.
You. I miss you so much.
Ew. Maybe we should like meet somewhere that we've never been and just do like a live story podcast, everything.
Love
Like
it.
Utah or some. Actually, no, I don't know what I would do in Utah. Some like Austin, because that's like fun.
Love Austin.
Austin would be great.
Yeah.
Little getaway.
And it's a great excuse to dress up. Like I've got cowboy boots.
Done and done. Sign me up. I do.
Yeah. Who wants to host us?
No, so I want to talk about so many different things. First and foremost, pillow talk, because you guys are on what, like episode 6 of this?
Yeah. So it's a full season of Pillow Talk. It goes
Tell everyone what pillow talk is. By the way.
Okay. So in case you've been living under a rock, Pillow Talk is the new hottest show on TLC, #1 show in my book and in many people's books. It's basically us watching 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, talking about it. So like the viewers are watching our complete authentic reactions to the show. Like when I say authentic, there's no editing. Like, I mean, maybe they edit to make it smaller, but like our reactions, our conversations, you cannot make this up.
And it's so good. I showed him a clip legit 30 minutes before we came on, and we couldn't stop watching. There's something so addicting. Like, what do you think that is? Why do you think reality shows and 90 Day Fiancé is such a huge franchise and so freaking addicting?
I think that the 90 Day franchise is because, well, people message me and they're like, well, I watch it because it makes me feel better about myself. And I'm like, well, that's not very nice, But I think, especially Happily Ever After, it allows people who have watched these couples from the very beginning, they've developed such a relationship with them that they think they're part of their family. And for us, what our biggest drama is, like what color couch we're going to get now. Like that's our biggest drama. So for us, I went through a very, very hard phase of not being part of Happily Ever After. I was like, why don't they like us? And it's not that, it's just, we don't have enough drama. We are, not that they're not real couples. Some of them clearly aren't, or so it shows, but we are like a real couple. We argue, we contradict each other. And for us, Pillow Talk is much more us in our element. Like they literally are like, watch, that's it. And they sit back and like, let us just talk because our reactions are just, and I feel like Pillow Talk is such a hit because it is couples that the viewers have also developed such relationships with, whether it's from before the 90 days or regular, or who have been on the regular Happily Ever After, what now, who have been there from the very beginning. The viewers have such a relationship with each couple that's on Pillow Talk. And I think that's why it's such a success. I also think it's something so different. It's totally different than all of the 90 days stuff. Like it's not drama and it's just so carefree. It's just like, all right, let's all laugh at this together, because like I always say, I'm saying what you're thinking, and I publicly am saying what so many people are thinking, and I'm not sorry for it at all. So that's why I think it's such a hit, because it's hysterical. It's so candid and authentic.
I think it's taking reality to the next level, that we're actually going to watch reality stars watching reality TV while they're probably Instagramming and
exactly. And that's what we do. We definitely, I mean, I'm not up at 11 o'clock so much anymore because, you know, once you hit the 30s, you gotta go to sleep. But I really think that, you know, again, people have such a relationship with each couple that in their own unique way.
Yeah.
And they want to see what other couples who have more or less gone through it have to say about it. And I'm obviously not shy, so bring it, sister.
So what do? They come over every week, production, the crew, and they just get you all situated, set up, have you play the episode, and you guys
They literally are like, all right, get comfortable, watch, and that's it. That's it. They may say, oh, are you like thirsty? Do you want a drink? But that's it. Like, it is so candid and real.
How many episodes will there be all together?
It'll be the whole season.
So is that like 12 or
12 episodes?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It'll be 12 episodes. So we're very, very excited. And honestly, I don't think anybody expected it to take off the way it did. Like,
yeah.
I remember after 24 hours after the first episode, they were like, okay, so we're coming back. We're doing a whole season. I was like, oh, people actually like what I have to say this time. I ain't no bully. I just speak the truth.
Well, and you guys had so much success. You guys even went to New York, right? For a big.
Yes.
Tell me
Did
about
I
it.
look so fierce? I looked like Sasha Fierce. Okay, like I don't ever admit when I look good because I don't think I look that good all the time. But girl, let me tell you something. I put on a romper and I was like, oh, I just woke up like this. Like we met people from the network, like the president of the network, and he was like, I was like, hi, I'm Loren. He was like, oh, I know all about you. I was like, I bet you didn't know that I woke up like this morning. And he was like, my hair done, my makeup done, my Louboutins on. Yeah, I slept in them. So it was so amazing to see old cast members and meet new people from other shows. Because Alex and I, we didn't really watch, you know, any of the shows.
You've seen other spin-offs of
No. I mean, here or there, but like when we were on it, we didn't even really watch it just because we didn't want it to affect us as a couple.
Right.
Because I remember there were like a few episodes where we were like, oh boy, and it really affected us for like a few days because we didn't really like know how to handle it and think that's what was aired. So we've just decided as a couple that, and it took a long time, same with like social media and understanding cyberbullying and how to control my anger when it comes to that and how to just be like, suckers, you know, like it was just so hard, but it took like training. So we didn't really watch it. But then we watched Happily Ever After because of the show. And I have to say, I'm really glad that we're on Pillow Talk.
Good.
I really am.
Good.
Like if anything comes out of it, like I really hope that we're a part of it because it's so fun.
Absolutely. And then I got to ask you too, because one of the Pillow Talks I watched, I saw it in the very beginning. And I know you mentioned there was a little drama with Chantel. She blocked you. Tell me everything. I need to know.
Okay, how old are we? Last time I checked, I was going to be 31. So I'm deep in my 30s. Like, I'm an adult. Who does that? Like, I've never messaged her. I've never done anything. I don't know. Does she not like my photos? Am I gaining too much weight? I don't know. I like him. So.
But you guys met before, right? In the past?
We have met before a few times.
And was it cordial? Was it like stank eye? Was it?
I definitely got checked up and down. And I think it's because she was trying to see if I had boobs. I'm not kidding. Like her boobs are in her face and mine just blend in with my shirt. So I don't know. Like, I don't know what I did to her. We used to talk and I used to give her advice because I remember she would ask me questions about social media and this and that. And I would just say it like it is. Like, listen, people are not nice. They're going to hate on you. There's going to be cyber bullies. And I would just tell her like it is. And I don't know. I guess she didn't like what she
blocked you.
I was like going through looking, just like casually, somebody was messaging me, and I was like, when the new Happily Ever After came out that we weren't on, and I checked to see who was on it, and I checked, and I was like, there's no Chantel. And somebody's like, what do you mean? This is her Instagram. And I was like, oh, well, she blocked me. So that was it.
And so you didn't hear
it is her loss.
Publicly said that? She never said, oh my gosh.
She never messaged me or anything, and frankly, I don't care. So, like, I really, honestly, I have bigger things to worry about. I really do. But that's the thing. Like, Alex and I, we both work full-time jobs. We're not like totally consumed by cameos and 90 Day Fiancé. Don't get me wrong. I love a good cameo. So anybody listening, cameo.com/Loren Brovarnik. But we work like this. We do for fun. Like, we genuinely enjoy Pillow Talk, and being part of the whole 90 Day saga has been it's been an experience that, like, I will never regret, and better to say I'll never do it again than I wish I did, but I would do it again.
Yeah, and even with all the ups and downs too, you forever have footage of you and Alex, you know, from the beginning, and that's it's so crazy. I know there's a lot of drama, but it's really cool that you guys will have that, you know, your wedding, everything.
2 weddings.
Yeah.
Girl, are you kidding me? The drama with that. I've got 2 weddings. Just in case I forgot how much I loved him, I had to marry him again.
Of course. Maybe we'll have that 2 weddings.
Girl.
We got to get the first one on the
let's do the first one. Let's just, you know, and then we should do the second one somewhere fun so we can all go. So
I think 2020 will be our year. We gotta.
It's a great year. It's an even number.
2020.
I'm all for it. I'm so excited for you guys.
Thank you.
If you need any advice on planning weddings, I have quite a few under my belt. So
we've been looking around, so it's quite the event, you know. So we're trying.
Might I suggest, which people I've heard of doing now, instead of doing like a massively big wedding, I didn't really have a choice. Instead of doing a massively big wedding, do a like destination wedding, which kind of were mine, but do somewhere where you would want a honeymoon. You invite like small intimate people, and then, like, let's say it's in Europe, you can then honeymoon in Europe. Like, it's so smart. Like a nice dinner. I am a notary in the state of Florida. Just so you know, I can marry you in the state of Florida. Also, if anybody is listening, I can marry you in the state of Florida. So just throwing that out there. Just hustle. You gotta hustle, you know.
When did that happen? Were you bored on a Saturday or?
No, for my old job, I needed to be a notary, and like my new job, they're renewing it. So I got 4 more years.
Yeah. But yeah, that's true. That's really interesting to look at packaging. It's also too nowadays with this so much going on to like do a wedding and then plan like a 2-week honeymoon doesn't seem feasible.
Yeah.
So trying to wrap it up in like a 7 to 10 day one big bow seems more practical and feasible.
I definitely agree, and I think you can get good bundle deals these days. I'm all about a good deal. So I haven't honeymooned. In case you forgot, I'm married to an Israeli, so we go to Israel multiple times a year.
Hey, that's great though. And you guys are going there, you said, in what, a month?
A month and a half. We have a wedding, and it's our annual trip, and you know, well, we're just going to be going back there a lot. So
how's it looking getting his parents here? Because wasn't it just like this huge, crazy ordeal to get the family?
It is, and we can't really do anything until Alex's citizenship. He's still going through the whole citizenship thing, and God bless America, it has been delayed from 13 months to like 23 months. So we cannot do anything until he has citizenship. I cannot get dual citizenship until he has citizenship. Like, it's seriously a waiting game.
What causes a delay?
People are just lazy, and you know, with things in the government and politics, it puts a really big damper. It really does. And I hate politics and religious talks more than anything, but I never thought that I would be so actively involved in, paying attention to it because it affects me.
Right.
It like we applied for his 10-year green card over a year ago and he still doesn't have it. So like he has to have an extension put on his green card, which is expiring and we're going away. So there has to be another extension. It's really, and it's tedious and it's expensive, and having patience, which I definitely don't have. It's just such a waiting game and trying to like get somebody on the phone and and honestly, I don't know if like the show has any impact. I really don't. For us, I remember though, like they wanted me to send more documentation because we are associated with it. Not that I sent it like a 2.5-inch binder of pictures and like stuff, but you cannot be too prepared, especially with this. So yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't know. So, but we're still waiting, and he will be here. July 23rd will be 4 years. He's here already.
Really?
I'll be married 4 years in September.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that went so fast.
That's absurd. I'm married 4 years almost.
Wild.
Married.
Absolutely wild.
To the same man. Twice.
Hey, that was a good thing.
That's insane. Oh my God.
Well, we have some fan questions.
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
Yes, so we were able to connect with everyone.
Did you get a lot of questions?
Yes, and your fans are so lovely. Everyone was so kind, so wonderful.
I guarantee you the first question they asked is she pregnant or when are they having kids? Am I right? Was that like the first one? No, I'm not pregnant. I just gained weight, honey.
Let's start. Yeah, well, since you brought it up, let's start with the second question from Letty. Letty wants to know, when do you and Alex think you may want to start a family, which we touched on, but I can't remember if we were recording yet or not.
Letty, hi. Thank you for your question. Funny you should ask that. I've wanted to start a family already, but I need my husband to get the job done. So he kind of controls it a little bit. Hopefully 2020 will be our year, God willing. I had some medical issues that I had to take care of, but hopefully the stars will align and we will have a 2020 baby. Say a prayer for us.
And what's good for you too is you're only 30, you'll be 31, but you have a lot of time still. Like it's not.
Yeah, but like I'm 30 and like my joints hurt when I walk. So like, how am I going to take a kid to soccer practice?
I know. He always jokes that my feet, cause I have a 6.5 foot and I'm 5'7". So it's so weird. And he's like, your little feet are going to swell so much when you're pregnant.
Wait, I will tell you this. Alex and I made a deal. Well, I made a deal. Alex doesn't really have a choice. When I'm pregnant, originally he wanted 4 kids and I laughed in his face. Wow. However, twins run in my family on my mom's side, on her mom and dad's side, and it skipped a generation. So watch that happen for me. Actually, I wouldn't be against it because you get the job done and over with in one shot. But if we have more than that, there's this belly that men can wear so they can feel the weight of a baby, and Alex will be wearing it, whether he likes it or not. I don't care if he's sitting on the couch rubbing his big belly with a beer in his hand. I could care less. He's gonna be feeling it.
My gosh. Well, stay tuned, guys, for some baby bros or baby hashtag. Okay.
Hashtag.
Next question. So Ashley H wants to know, what do Loren and Alex do for a living? Love them.
Hi, Ashley H. Thanks for loving me. I love you too. So Alex works at Invicta Watch Company. Yes, Invicta Watch Company, great watches if you're in the market. I'm always pitching, And he is a warehouse manager and he loves it. They're Israeli, which is amazing. So there's that. I think that definitely makes living here a lot easier for him. I do not say where I work for, personal reasons, but I am an administrative assistant. I do work a 9 to 6. I schlep an hour each way, and that is my full-time job. And then I come home and I have a second job, and it's taking care of my husband, as well as doing my Tuesday talks and social media and then filming. So I'm just a busy bee. I've got quite the resume.
I want to talk to you about Tuesday Talks. I completely forgot about that to bring it
Are
back.
you loving them?
Loving them. I so look forward to them. Can you tell everyone what they are, where they can find you, and all about Tuesday Talks with Loren?
Oh, here goes my sales pitch. So on Tuesdays from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern time, my followers can ask me questions on my Instagram page at Loren Brovarnik, LorenBrovarnik, as in Victor, ARNIK. And my followers can ask me questions, and I try and answer like as many as I can that are relevant. Like, I'm not going to answer 20 times if I'm pregnant or not, because I answered that like a million times.
Right.
I'm not going to answer what I used on this and that and what am I wearing, because I already posted that. But it gives my followers an opportunity to ask me questions. I love getting questions about advice, like couple advice, or, you know, how dealing with Tourette syndrome has changed you, any advice with that. So I love doing questions like that. And then at about 8:30-ish Eastern time, Alex and I, mostly me, go live. And it's really taken off. I can't even believe it. I just did it like jokingly. I was at a coffee shop one day and my girlfriend posted a candid and I was like, oh, I should try this. And it totally like blew up and I love it. I love it. And people want me to do a vlog and this and that, and like, because I don't have enough going on in my life, you know. But eventually I would like to do that. I really do enjoy doing that.
Of course. And, you know, with you guys being on 90 Day, it's a proven fact and system that people like are very interested in your lives and what you're doing. And especially too, if you guys end up getting pregnant, or the fact that you're nesting and building your home, people like to follow along, you know, so
they do.
Would be great.
I'm about to blow your mind, speaking of like Tuesday Talks and everything. So I got a message today from a lady who was so inspired by Alex and I, and she's expecting her first child, and she named her first child, her daughter, she took our names and combined them and named her baby girl her middle name after us.
What was the middle name?
Alora, ALORA. Isn't that
really
Alora,
beautiful?
I like that.
Alora? I'm like, I'm never speechless, and I was beyond like, because you have to understand, I know you know me, and Freddie, I know you know me, but like I'm not I'm a nobody. Like, to me, I'm just me, you know. So like when people they're like, oh my God, I'm fangirling, and I'm like, over me? What? Like what? Because I'm really just like myself, and I can never see myself the way that some people view us, because I have a platform. I try and use it for good. I love making people laugh. If I could like have all the time in the world, I would dedicate it to doing stand-up comedy again, because like my passion is making people laugh or being a talk show host. But unfortunately, I, you know, got to pay the bill, honey, you know? So seeing that I'm older than Alex by a month, I'm his sugar mama. So it's very humbling, but a very bizarre experience, because like you've known me more than half of my life, and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Somebody named a child after Alex and I, like combined our names.
That's so cool.
I think the cool part though is that you're surrounded and grounded by people that you know. I think where people play into the fame is if they get away from their roots, or maybe were unfortunate and didn't have many roots, so they get caught in the yes people in this life. But I feel the same way. Like there's a lot of like, but I'm just like, because I'm at that level where I don't think about it, because I rarely am stopped. Like maybe once a month someone will stop me and say something, but it really surprises me because it's so in between that I'm like, oh yeah, because I'm surrounded by people who are, it just keeps you grounded, and you sometimes just realize, oh, wow, like I go to work and they film it, and then
don't
people
even
like
realize what you
fall in
do
love with
yeah.
you and your character.
Exactly. They
Whoa.
fall in love with your character, but I think for us, they fall in love with us, like the reality aspect
That's
of it.
true.
So,
Yeah.
and we get stopped so much. And like even today, I went grocery shopping after I got caught in the rain and I was all disheveled. And some guy was just like, I have to get a picture. And I was like, hi, nice to meet you. And like, you always have to put on a smile. But again, like I'm just Loren Goldstone, who is now Loren Brovarnik. And like, it's so crazy to think that we've made such an impact on people that they've created a beautiful name for their baby after us. And not only that, like the whole Tourette syndrome thing, that is just, I couldn't have imagined it to go where it's gone. I really can't.
Well, it's crazy because how many years ago did you come out with that?
Like 2 years ago?
2
like,
years? Because I didn't even know growing up. I had no idea. Like
I was diagnosed when I met you around 9.
Oh, and that's so crazy. Like,
and now like people are so active about it. Like Billie Eilish just opened up about it, which I think is amazing.
Yep.
Somebody else recently opened up about it, and I think it's so great that people are finally seeing it as like not just screaming and cursing. Like I curse because I love cursing. I have such a potty mouth, but like there's so much more to it. Like I've slowly recently started opening up about the other symptoms with it, like my anxiety and my depression. And, I started taking CBD oil because I was on a medicine. I have horrible insomnia. I was on a medicine for 8 years that is super addictive that I just stopped about like 6 weeks ago. Yeah. So I've really turned to a more holistic approach, and my anxiety, my OCD, I go to therapy, like I'm not ashamed of it because I feel like people really need to know that mental health is such a real thing, and it affects probably 1 in 5 people, and I think the fact that I have this platform and I've already come so far with it, like I don't want to stop. I was asked to speak at a day school in Jacksonville for like kids with disabilities to let them know like, hey, it's okay. And like they're old enough, they're like 8, 9, so they're not like babies. But I really just want to continue with it. And you know what? If somebody doesn't like me, they don't have to follow me. Not everybody's going to like me. Most people do. But you know what? I can't please everybody. And I feel like if I could please myself, which I feel like I'm finally doing for the first time in my life, like I'm not hiding. And again, I have this platform. Why not use it for good? I'm not so involved with just the show and just my following. Like I love it, but like I have a real job, and my coworkers, they follow us, they watch it, they watch my Tuesday talks, and they're so supportive of it. So you're right, Freddie, like having that community and like staying grounded and humbled, and like, I drive an old beat up car, so does Alex, like those little things, that's what I think keeps us grounded, and to seeing how far we've come definitely helps. Like it really does help. You're right, having that environment around you helps keep you grounded. Like I'm not famous, I'm just me. It's weird.
But I think too, being able to have a platform to share your message, to show everyone in the world, like even you saying that there's so much more to Tourette's than just cursing, because for so long that's all we could see or learn. Learn about
it. It's a lot of mental health.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not like, not that I'm not into fitness, but I'm not like using my Instagram to just promote products. Like I'm very selective with what I promote because it's my name on it. I also try something before I promote it. Sure. If I've actually returned things and said, I can't accept this, I will not accept money, I don't want to work with it. But I'm not going to do one other post, a picture of this, a picture of that, tell you this, tell you that. No, I'm a very loyal person, because if I like it, it's my name on it. It's all about credibility. And because I have such a unique following, I've got moms, teenagers, boys, girls that look up to me. I don't want to lose. That's not worth all the money in the world to me, is losing their trust. So that, I think, is what separates me and Alex from a lot of the other influencers. And also because, again, we work, like I don't have a workout video. I don't focus on fitness and body. I don't have a YouTube channel. I just got on Twitter. I'm still trying to figure it out, but that's what separates us from a lot of other influencers, is the fact that like we have to find the time for it, because like we work a 9 to 6. So,
In your perfect world, where would you guys be in 10 years? Like, where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
You're going to fall over if I tell you this.
No.
I could see myself raising a family overseas in Israel.
Really?
I will say this. It's definitely a lot safer in so many ways there. And I think the upbringing, the culture of like becoming so independent and respectful. I don't know. I feel like life is so short. So better to say I'll never do it again than I wish I did. Or obviously living like a penthouse on Park Avenue in New York City. But
either
a girl can dream. I could have both. By coast, I'll be by like countries, I could definitely do that.
I love that. Well, we have 2 more questions.
Okay.
Do you want to do that one, Drew?
Yeah,
Drew. So 90s, and I love it.
Wants to know, how was it filming and having a camera following you around almost everywhere you go?
Who? What was the name? I'm sorry.
Drew C. Or excuse me, the last letter. Drew C.
So it's one word, one name is Drew C?
No, Drew, and his last name starts with the letter C.
Got it, because that would have been so badass. Okay, hey Drew. So having a camera around us at first was a little weird, but I feel like Alex and I are different. I grew up acting and modeling. Alex makes fun of me because I'm always like, I was heavily involved in acting and modeling. And he's like, yes, heavily involved. But for me, I love it. Like, I love being the center of attention, but I admit it. I own it. I embrace it. Alex at first was like, oh, okay, like, this is a bit weird. But eventually we got used to it. We got very lucky that we had the same crew for all seasons. And that was really important to us because they knew how to handle us. Like, Alex and I really did fight on camera. And we got into such a fight. I threw the mic down. I broke a mic. Like, I pushed a camera out. I was like, get out of my face. And that's when it gets very hard because like you can't turn to the guy who's making you angry. So like you just storm off and go into another room, right? So that was definitely an adjustment. I think the harder adjustment was like seeing it actually unfold on TV.
Sure.
Because you don't know how it's going to unfold until you watch it or until it's aired. You don't know what's going to be there. So in terms of having the camera in front of you all the time, I mean, you'll notice I storm off quite a bit because that's just my way of stepping away before I do something I'll regret. But I wouldn't take it back for anything. Again, I would do it again if given the opportunity.
So how long would your days be? Like,
oh gosh, our days were like 13 hours.
Really?
Yeah, they were very long days, and then you have to, you get so engulfed in a conversation and on a topic that they don't want you to lose the height of it, right? Yeah. So you talk about it as much as you can, but then it becomes repetitive and then it becomes irritating, especially after a long day and then having to travel from place to place.
Yeah.
And then like bring it up again. Again, it's not like they're not telling us what to say. They never told Alex and I what to say, but they would be like, wait, didn't you just say? And you're like, oh my God, I did just say that. And then you just start, me, I can carry on a conversation with myself talking to a wall. So like, you just go with it. And then before you know it, you're just like, tit for tat sometimes. And that's when it gets frustrating. But overall, how many people can say they had this opportunity in their lives? So.
Of course. And then, so, because you did quite a few seasons of Happily Ever After, would the producers sit with you guys before each season and say, hey, like, what are you guys up to? Like, they would just kind of roll with it, or did you guys?
So they like would ask us like, well, what's going on in your world? What's going on in your life? And we would just tell them, and they, from there, like, things would just unfold so naturally for us. Like, people have a misconception. They think that like the show pays for our weddings and stuff. Absolutely not. Like, I had my wedding booked and they were like, we're joining on that. And I was like, oh, please, why don't you be our guest? Let me send you an invitation too. So like, they just, they do not pay for anything like that. It's really, for Alex and I can only speak for us.
Right.
Everything was very real. And my decision to even open up about Tourette syndrome was my decision. They didn't even know that I had it until I sat them down and I said, listen, in the very first season, I said, I need you to be very mindful of something. You see, I have Tourette syndrome. I don't want people knowing yet. So if you see me like sniffing my nose or doing this or something with my eyes, you need to let me know, because I don't even realize I'm doing it. And that's when people started making those really awful comments on Twitter. And that's when I said, it took me like, I would say like 4.5 weeks to really decide if I was going to do it. And Alex, I sat with him, I cried, I lost sleep over it because I was like, what do people think of me? People already think I'm on drugs and blah, blah, blah. He said, listen, you want to do it, fine. You don't want to do it, fine. And I remember, I will never forget that feeling where I was like doing my interview and I knew that it was coming, like, talking about what people were saying online. And I looked at my director and I said, like, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to say. And he was like, Loren, like, well, I'm sorry, what is it that you have? And I was like, I have Tourette syndrome. And I was like, oh my God, like that. He was that good, but it wasn't done like maliciously or intentionally. It was just like, he was helping me finally say it. It was like jumping off a ledge, if you're bungee jumping, which I've never been, but you just got to do it. Yeah. And we turned the cameras off and like all of us just kind of cried together because they were so happy for me. And like, they could just see this like weight has been lifted off my shoulder and I was totally free. I felt like I was like free of myself, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It was crazy. I wish that they had caught that entire, like from the outside, watching all of the filming happen. Yeah. I wish that they could have seen that because that was a moment that I will never forget. And Alex was sitting right next to him watching me say it. Like, it was a really cool moment. Yeah. It was great. That was a long story, sorry, but it was a really great moment.
Oh.
It was crazy. I don't think I've ever really told people about that, honestly. Yeah. That was really great. And now, like, look at where it's gotten me.
I know. I was literally just going to say that. Right? You don't even realize, or maybe you do, just how many people you've helped just by sharing.
I don't. Like, I get messages and I'm so grateful for them, but like, it hasn't registered up here that like, this is because of me. This is because of like a 90-day fiance show on TLC that I opened up about something that and it's not just America. Like, I get messages from all over.
Yeah.
This is such a day and age of authenticity. There's a lot of like fake stuff out there, but authenticity is becoming even that much more important. So the people who are opening up with good intentions and who are sharing their stories is helpful. So you're giving other people courage to share their stories.
Yep.
Thanks. To make like light of a situation, my dad, bless him, he was like, Loren, imagine if you opened up about this years ago, you could have gotten into like an Ivy League school. And I was like, thanks, Dad. Thanks.
Oh, Brian. Oh, you gotta do that. He's
the best. He's the absolute best. He's like, imagine what would have happened years ago if you opened up. You could have gotten into an Ivy League. And I was like, thanks, Dad.
Hysterical. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to do one last question as we wrap everything up. Niece wants to know, what is Loren's hair and skin routine? She always looks so beautiful and natural on the show, which I agree with. You are so stunning.
Thank you. Niece, you are one lucky person because I get asked this question so many times, and I just like, I'm like, should I wait until I get a hair sponsor or not? But like, I'm just going to tell you my secret, honestly. Okay, my skin treatment, this is very true. I actually talk about it on my Instagram. I use a brand called Dermatruth. It was made by a scientist, like a teacher who is a scientist, and it's like natural, and it doesn't have like a nice smell. It smells like soap. It is the best face wash I've ever used, and I have very, very sensitive skin. I follow it by the serum at nighttime because it's got a little bit of retinol, and I gotta get rid of these dark spots. And the cream. So this is a true story, niece. Alex, I ordered the cream and Alex stole it from me. And if you watch my live video, he said he didn't steal it, he just took it, which is actually the same freaking thing, but called him out on that. So I ordered more, but Dermatruth is the face wash, the serum, and the cream that I use. And my hair, okay, a drum roll because everybody wants to know. I actually just air dry my hair. I don't do anything special. I don't know how to blow dry my hair at all. I've never dyed my hair. And I use just like a regular Paul Mitchell lavender tea tree shampoo. And I only condition once a week because you don't want it to get all like heavied down. But that's my secret.
I will say, growing up, I used to get so pissed at you because your hair.
I had great hair.
So still does, obviously. But I was like, hey, I have to blow dry my hair to even get it straight. Like, it's such a mess. So
you know how like when people ask like, what's one thing you wish you could change about yourself, and you like can say a million things, but what's one thing you love about yourself, and everybody's like, this is a tough one. I would say my hair and my eyelashes are like my selling point.
Yeah.
And they're all natural, like nothing fake about it. Those are my sellers.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I mean, you do everything. Let's be real.
And my personality, because so modest.
I love it, and I freaking love you so much. Thank you so much for having me. I mean,
we can't wait another year to have you on again.
Yeah. No, they say 3 times a charm, and then I become a regular. So
Exactly.
Done and done.
Well, perfect. Well, thanks for everything, and then we'll keep you posted on the whole wedding thing, and hopefully we'll be seeing you soon in person.
I'm obviously gonna be there, so whether it's 1.5 of me or
1.5 of you, probably.
Baby bros on the way.
Like 1 3/4. So.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. Because in your 3rd trimester, you can drink a glass of red wine a week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's all about my wine. I've been researching. I've been preparing mentally for this. I love you. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Yes.
Thanks
girl.
thanks for being on. I know that you worked today and you took an hour with us to chit chat, and we appreciate it.
I would have taken 2 hours, and I see those eyes rolling like, oh my God.
My girl.
Well, enjoy your night. Tell your hubby we miss him, and
let me go wake him up because it's freaking 9 o'clock here, and the man is passed out, and he's younger than me.
Oh my gosh.
This is my future. What's going to happen when I have kids? I'm going to be like a soccer mom by myself, and he's going to be sleeping. Fall asleep on the field. Go get it, kid. Like, fall asleep on the field. I can't.
So good. So good. All right, girl. We love you. Everyone, thank you so much for listening to the Freddie and Alyssa show, and we'll see y'all next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Miss you.